Hey guys, welcome back. I want to talk to you about a kind of serious topic, and it came up, and I told Loki, I said, heck of a way to make peace with Yahweh, and he agreed. I had a friend call me when I was out on my walk, and she'd asked to have like some pages printed because she was so flustered, and I came back and I ate because I stopped and picked something up. Don't lecture. And I called her, I said, what's the problem? The way she's describing it, it's like too complicated, and I can't think clearly to think back to Windows 98 to think about how to do stuff, because what she's describing, I'm like, great, I've gotten documents stuck like that, what am I going to do? I go up, and I say, I'll just come up, honey, I'll come up, it's not a problem. Because she's been nice to me. This is the one that, she's not a perfect person, nobody is, but, she's such a sweetheart. And I go up and she says, well, I'm working on my obituary, because she's real plain spoken. I'm like, oh my God. So we're sitting there and we had the darndest time. I mean, it's a little funny now. It was not funny at the time. The printer was unplugged, like the whole connection to the computer was unplugged. And when she had installed the printer ink, she didn't know to take off the tape. Now, that's the amusing part. But the bad part was, we're sitting there working through her obituary, trying to decide what to put in it. And her male friend that comes around, helps a lot, did not know. He has no idea she's doing this. And she's quite the religious lady. She really is. She's the one that I told you, like, you get her going on her church, she'll go on her church forever. And we're working on this, and I'm trying not to cry in front of her. And I'm like praying to the gods. I'm like, what do I do? It was one of those cases where it wasn't right to get her, try to give her a healing or something. It just felt wrong. It felt like I would be breaking her beliefs. It felt wrong. And I figured, this was the one time where I could break my general rule of having nothing to do with Yahweh. I said, look, you and I don't get along. And I'm saying this silently in my, in my head, heart, whatever, as I'm sitting there. I said, but, shoot the messenger if you want, but your daughter is terrified and needs you. And, I can't do anything for her because she wouldn't accept help from my gods. So you have to do something for your child. Your child needs you. I'm trying not to cry. And I think it is like, there are certain times you can break your protocol and pray to a God you normally would not pray to. Excuse me, I'm trying not to cry and doing a lousy job. And it turns out that we printed this and we got it printed, and I'm still not trying to cry. And she offered me money, and I'm like, oh my God, no, you're dying. I'm not taking money for this. And I don't believe in taking money for a skill that she should have seriously been taught with her computer. And long and short of it is we walk out, she says, let me pay. And I said, no, I'll take a Coke for the road. I said, how's that? And she says, okay. And she says, Snicker bar? I said, good deal. Because what did I do? I went up and I helped her work on her obituary. I mean, God, I'm not taking money for that. And I said, no, it's something they should have taught you to do. It's, it's not your fault you don't know how to do it. And we even wrote down the steps. And I said, if you need me to come up and do it again, it's not a problem. And it turns out why she's writing the obituary is because she went to her doctor and she has what's the heart condition? You're scarily seeing ads for it all the time now. AFib. Yeah, and that's when, they go and they get a test and it shows it's coming out wrong. And it's coming out wrong because there are blood clots. And they put her on a blood thinner. And the doctor is hoping it works. And she said, she's just really upset because he put her on this blood thinner and, it's having side effects blood thinners do. They're a diuretic. I'm like, it's okay. It's like when you first go on aspirin for your heart, it's, same thing. And I told her, because he told her she can't drive in that anymore. I said, well, take it easy. Take it, one day at a time. I said, try to relax at the end of every day. I didn't tell her meditation or anything. I said, just, take time. Relax at the end of every day. So I thought the doctor told her to go home and plan her funeral. She was just terrified. And I did pray to our gods, of course. And I did say my general opinion. I would like to kick her God in the hind end because his child is scared and frightened. And why aren't there angels and saints down here? But, that's me. I was raised Catholic. She was raised Methodist, so she doesn't have that. I don't think they have that. If you're Methodist and watching this and really angry and you're like, we have angels and saints. Well, I don't know, honey. It's not my religion. So I just again, I said, that's your baby. You have to go comfort her. I can't, sit there and do anything. I mean, if she would ask me to pray with her, I would obviously sit there and be quiet and be respectful, but I mean, it wouldn't kill me to pray to Yahweh, so, for her sake, I would do it. So I think there were times when, no, I don't think we should all go to church and we don't all have to incorporate Yahweh into our worship or, pray to Jesus and Holy Spirits and everything, but at the same time, I don't think we should be so hardline that, when someone needs help and that's what they need, you shouldn't do it. It's like, Mi Santa takes everyone. She doesn't care what color you are. She doesn't care what language you speak. She doesn't care who you love. Doesn't care what kind of person you are. Mi Santa takes everyone. No, I don't want to get into a debate about what this, that, and the other, but, I think any God will hear the prayer of any person. Because I didn't work out with Yahweh, it does not mean that, in cases of dire need, I can't say, hey, your child's in trouble. Same thing with our gods. Our gods really wouldn't have cared had she, prayed to one of them. They would have helped her, and of course, they will help to the extent they can help. And that's not, forcing a healing or anything on her. It's just, when they know you and yours are in trouble, they'll do what they can. The other extreme and, don't continually wear yourself out being an intercessor. You're not a saint. You're not goddess. You're not God. Don't wear yourself down doing healings and burn yourself out, but you can certainly say prayers for people if they're open to our kind of feeling. Then you can do it, but, I did what felt right and just in this situation. It would have broken her heart had I prayed for her to any pagan god. So I was like, well, just suck it up, girl, and be a big pagan. So that's kind of serious, but I wanted to talk to you about that because I know pagans do have problems. We have loved ones get sick and they're not pagan. And sometimes it feels right to pray to our gods. And at other times, it feels like it would be dishonorable or disrespectful. I'd say go by that person's wishes. You don't have to have the ideal relationship with Jesus or Yahweh or anything, or the saints or whoever they pray to. You can straight up hate that God. Just, don't go in with sass or attitude, but just say, hey, your child's in trouble and they need you. And, you can make it simple so you don't have to sit there for a half hour trying to explain why the God should help. Simple usually works better. So yeah, guys, and I am okay. It was really emotional. I'm like, what a great way to have an excuse to pray to Yahweh. Not that you have to have an excuse to pray to any God. And he and I have gone our separate ways, but it was, let's say, amicable divorce. And, the gods aren't going to punish you either, so don't be afraid that the gods are going to be like, why didn't you pray to us? They don't care who you pray to. They don't care what religion you are. So I hope that helps. It's kind of rambly. I'll be okay. I'm going to still put some music back on. And, music does have great healing power. I do believe in that. So I will put some music on. I will chill out. She's a sweet lady. Hopefully, God's be praised. She's here many years to come. But um, that's one of the times when you do have to put stuff in the hands of the gods. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. And I can feel the hate mail rolling in, but that was just my 2 cents. Take what you need, leave the rest behind. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.